Well, welcome everybody to the Friday Checkout. I'm your host, Brian Fish, and we're here joined once again, as I always am, with my buddy in crime, Tyler. Tyler, how are you? It is Friday.
Good. I'm feeling a little under the weather. So
yeah, you sound like it.
Yeah, it's okay though. It's that time of year. As I say, I feel like I was sick on the podcast like 3 or 4 weeks ago, which is not good. This is a weird year for me. I normally don't get sick, and this is two times in a couple months. It is what it is.
Yeah. I was looking off to the side because I was trying to figure out. Well, I was getting ready to say what the date is, but it's Friday, December the 19th. I couldn't remember what the day was.
So we're 6 days till Christmas.
Yeah, 6 days till Christmas, and it does not feel like it should be 6 days till Christmas.
No,
I am very tired today. You are very sick, and
this year's taking a toll on us, huh?
Yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready for the period between Christmas and New Year's where nothing is going to happen.
Just hibernate. Yeah,
I know. Well, I will be on a boat. I'll be on Virgin Voyages.
Well, yeah, you could be hibernating on the Scarlet Lady.
So. Yeah, I will be in the. Am I on Scarlet? I am on Scarlet this time. Were we on Scarlet in Greece?
I think so.
We were. That's too funny. So it's made its journey all the way over.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, completely forgot. It is the same ship. Well, there you go. I'll probably see some of the same people again that were working there. I'll see the same folks in the spa.
I'm assuming the room with the balcony.
Yes, with the I almost said the canopy. It's not the canopy.
The red hammock.
The hammock. Yeah.
Yeah, the hammock's nice.
I like the hammock.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, because I leave for that on it takes off out of Miami on the 28th.
Okay.
So. Christmas.
Is this going to be your first port out of Miami, or will this be
your second?
Second. Okay, that's right.
Where's my third? It's either my second or my third. It's very early in the morning at 9:00 Mountain Time. It's almost lunchtime in your neck of the woods.
Yeah, it's 11.
Yeah, but I can't believe it's almost Christmas. I have done zero Christmas shopping. Which I will have to do on Monday, but I'm going to Houston Sunday, meeting up with a few people, having dinner with someone on Monday, but I plan on Monday during the day to catch up on my Christmas shopping at the Galleria. So if anyone's curious, if they want to see me, I'll be making an appearance at the Houston Galleria. I'll be staying at the JW area.
Once in your requests to Brian now.
Yeah, send them in now. Yeah.
You need to get your list. Then.
Right. Yeah. And I'll meet you. I'll be at the TCBY at 1:00. So if you're looking for me, yeah, because I plan on I haven't been able to do anything. It's been so busy this month, and this week has been crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. This has actually been a crazy December for me too. I just feel like usually December, this time of year right now, literally the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I'm usually really kind of twiddling my thumbs, kind of you know what? I'm enjoying this downtime. But now I'm just okay, I'm waiting for my thumbs to start twiddling.
Yeah. Well, no. And honestly, we have an even busier 2026 coming up. So
yeah,
we won't be slowing down anytime soon. That is for sure. Which reminds me,
January 1st though, it's a good mental once that calendar switches over to 2026, it's kind of okay, you get a fresh
you do
batch of energy behind you.
But do you buy into the whole New Year's resolution thing?
See, I used to be the guy that was I don't know. I think I was reading a lot of self-help books at the time when I was in my young 20s, and I was you know what, I need to write this all down.
Who was reading self-help books in their 20s?
This guy right here, he was trying.
I didn't hit the self-help books until I was 30.
Yeah, no, I think it was just the wave on social media. I was I got a couple good ones. I will say, I was I think that classic one, you are a badass, that one was kind of, it got a little cornball. So I was all right.
Well, it's a title.
Yeah, and it's just a lot of them. I'd read 2 or 3 more that I like that. There is one I actually really like called The Art of Focus by Dan Coe. He's a pretty young author, but he's a big YouTube dude. He's one of those motivational guys, but isn't too gung-ho about you need to do it all right now, or you're running out of time, or and then it's it's that fine line between take your time, realize what you're capable of, and then also don't like overexert yourself and like think that you can do everything in the whole world. So that was a good one.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not a
good
big
advice.
reader.
I mean,
That was I used to write down like New Year's resolution goals. And the funny thing was by the end of the year, I was like, I completely diverted from this path.
I could never make it past like the end of January.
Yeah. I tried to do sober January one time in my early 20s and that didn't work either.
I mean, I've done the whole like, I'm going to go like to the gym and I'm going to work out and all that. It doesn't work in January. It's better if I start it later in the year.
January is an awful time to go to the gym too. That's like the 1 month out of the year I avoid the gym because
I think that some people have never seen a gym outside of winter.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
No, I feel like because you're pretty religious about going to the gym. So I feel like you're one of those people that get very angry at New Year's when all of a sudden there's a ton of people that haven't been to the gym in years show up at the gym.
Yeah. My gym routine's been a little screwed up lately just because like I've been going to like a local gym and like I switched buildings like earlier and I moved to like a new spot in August this year. And it's just like my old place had a gym in the building and it was very easy to just like walk downstairs and like no one went there. And like I had a really good routine going. And then like now I got to go to like a real public gym and like it's just always crowded. And like seeing that person on the bench, like just sit there and text on their phone for 30 minutes while I'm like on like crunch time. Like I need to get back and like do some work or something like that. Like it's awful.
Which is funny because they say, well, you should like the fact that people are like, they're getting into it and they're doing something, they're getting out there and it's like, they're texting.
I really don't. I really don't care who's in the gym. I just prefer less people.
Yeah. You're like, it doesn't matter. I just want it to myself. No, I'm not really into New Year's resolutions at all, but self-help books, you should read The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins if you haven't read it yet.
Okay.
Or the audiobook is even better. It's a very good one. But we're not to New Year's yet, but that's going to happen soon. We had a good interview this week that's going to air after the first of the year with someone from a company called Ready Credit Corp. His name was Jake Privet, which I kept screwing it up when I introduced him on Tuesday when we were recording. I think I got it right by the end of the interview, but we were talking about cash and people needing to use cash, and their company has this kiosk that you're able to convert your cash to prepaid debit card to be able to use to pay at whatever facility or whatever. And which I think it's genius for the business.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I never have cash. Like I have a dollar bill in my car right now, and that dollar bill's been in my car for probably like 2 months.
It's funny. I have more euro than I have cash. And literally it's euro from the trip. You remember when we went to Germany?
Oh my God.
It's literally like I have like 70 euro. Then? Yeah, I guess like, and because you remember we went to London and I was like just like not thinking. I'm like, I can bring my euro, and I'm like, oh no, wait, they don't use they use a pound. Like, this is a mess.
Yeah. Oh no. What I loved is, remember when we were trying to leave Dublin or we were trying to leave Belfast. We were going to Dublin, and I needed to send some paperwork off or something, and we found out that it required
like a cash payment.
It required cash payment. I couldn't use a card.
Yeah.
And so what was the deal? Like, I don't think I had my debit card, or there was something like
I remember I went to the ATM and I pulled out
you took out
like
an obscene amount of pounds from the machine.
I probably have like $160 USD like in pounds, like just sitting in my dresser right now.
Well, you should track the exchange rate. When it's good, then
I'll flip it.
Yeah. But because it's never very good the other direction. But I'll never forget. I got in the car, and then didn't we we stopped to get gas or something, and that's when you were like, I can use these at the bar or something when we get to Dublin. And I was like, they don't take the pound, they use the euro.
No, I was like, this is such a mess. I was like, damn, like if we only waited like 10 minutes to cross the line.
Yeah.
And I just remember sitting there, like I went to go pay like a bar tab that night too, because I went and visited a friend in Dublin, and I like looked down and I'm like, do you go to Northern Ireland at all?
No, and I can't remember. I think I tried to use some of it to get gas, but then there was some issue because it wasn't going to be able to fill the tank up, or I don't remember what the lady was telling me, but I'll never forget that because the look on your face. Because I thought I was like, I wonder why he got so much money. Like, okay, maybe he just wants something to take home. But I was like, they don't use the pound, and
Yeah, what a
the
mess.
euro. Yeah, that was funny. That
Constantly just bringing home cash from other
Europe.
countries.
Yeah, just like
stockpiling.
Yeah, I'll have to take it back with you at some point, and I can exchange it.
I'm single-handedly raising the U.S. dollar value to the euro.
Right. Well, I mean, if you start collecting pennies.
Yeah.
I mean, this lady at Taco Bell last night asked me, she goes, do you need your penny back? Which I actually did appreciate because, again, like I rarely had cash. I had a $20 bill. I paid. And she's like, well, do you need your penny back? I'm like, no, I really don't want the change back. Keep the 75 cents. But funny enough, I absolutely had the most horrific experience of my life last night.
Okay.
It was like, I want to say 5:30. I realized I was like, shit, I got to get to the post office because I'm out of those, like, those priority mailer envelopes. So I've got a bunch of stuff I need to send off. I was out of those envelopes. There's a post office in Glendale, Arizona, close to me that is the lobby's 24 hours. So like they have this kiosk, so they have all the supplies. So it's the best place to go where I can get like a stack of like 50 envelopes. And nobody questions me. Whereas if you go into like the regular post office, they look at you like you're stealing.
Yeah. They're like, what are you doing in here?
The envelopes are free. So I went there, got my envelopes, and then I saw there was a Fazoli's. Have you ever been to a Fazoli's? Okay. It says it's Italian food. I don't really consider it to be Italian food.
Okay.
Because yes, it's lasagna and breadsticks and everything, which their breadsticks are what they're popular for because it's basically like cocaine in a stick. Very much similar to like
old school Olive Garden or something.
I think their breadsticks are better than Olive Garden because they're just soaked with butter. Like soaked with butter. They're very good. People love them. They have some, actually their pizza's kind of shitty, but, I was like, I just want to stop. I wasn't that hungry.
Okay.
At the beginning of the story, I wasn't that hungry. And I thought, I'm just going to swing through the drive-thru and get like a slice of pizza and 2 breadsticks and a drink. Because I need to get home, and I had more work to do last night when I got home, which has been my life this week. It's like every time like the sun's going down and my work is really getting like into the like meat of the work for the day.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting at the thing. Well, I sat behind a car that was at the speaker for like 10 minutes. And then that car moved ahead. And then I moved ahead. But the car in front of me was there for the entirety almost of this time. I was in this drive-thru at the speaker for 47 minutes.
Oh my God. That's an absurd amount of time too.
At which point there was this massive line growing behind me.
I was going to say, you couldn't like leave, right?
No, I couldn't. That's the thing. Like I wanted to abort mission, but there was
that's
nowhere
what you're
for me
like,
to go.
You're like, okay, I lost the pizza and the breadsticks, but like now you're just like stuck in the line.
And I don't usually name people bluntly, do I?
Yeah.
It's not my thing, but I am going to tell them everybody today. And trust me, the Fazoli's Corporation or whatever the fuck you're called is we will be like, this clip of the show is going out on social media because
Fazoli's is screwed.
Now, granted, I think Fazoli's is a franchise system. So whoever the Fazoli's franchise is, okay, you didn't have the problem. So it's whoever owns the one in Glendale, Arizona on Peoria, 5800. I think it's 5880 West Peoria Avenue in Glendale, Arizona. If anyone wants to look it up. Whoever's managing that Fazoli's deserves whatever fresh hell is delivered to them at Christmas, because I'm stuck in this drive-thru. I start to lose my patience at like the 40-minute mark.
Oh, I would have lost that at like the 10-minute mark.
Yeah. Luckily, like I was watching like videos on YouTube and didn't necessarily realize how much time had passed until I really recognized how much time had passed. I like honked my horn. Nothing happened. Eventually, the car in front of me moved, but they could still see them at the window. And I was like, I still can't get out of here.
Yeah.
I called the store like 3 times. Looked up the phone number, hit the number 3, because if you call Fazoli's, you have to hit number 3 to speak to somebody. Nobody answers the phone. It literally just eventually rang like 50 times and then went to voicemail. Tyler, I was remember how I like made a point of making United Airlines management aware of my displeasure at the Newark airport about the large bag area or the oversized luggage area? Oh, this was so much worse because I was tired. I didn't have all the time in the world like I did when I was at the airport. So I'm like boiling, and I see the car in front of me finally gets out of the thing. So I was like, thank God. But I'm like, Bryan, you at least need to try to get this and get home. Like, I don't want to have to go wait in another line someplace.
Yeah.
I get up to the window, and I know this story is long. We'll try to cut it down a little bit. I get up to this window, and I'm ready to just rip someone's head off. Because at this point, I began my journey unhungry. I am now very hungry because I've been smelling food for 40 minutes that I don't have access to. I don't know her name, but this girl comes to the window, opens the window, and is basically in tears, apologizing to me. She knows that I've been waiting for a long time, which does make me wonder now, like what the story was with the car in front of me, like what she told them. Yeah. Oh, I know what's going on. She's there with one other guy, and they are out of food because they don't have enough help and they haven't been able to make more food. I can see in the lobby of this Fazoli's now, and it is packed with people. And they all look like they're going to murder someone if they have to stand there any longer. Okay. Because the girl tells me through her tears that she's called her manager, and her manager got mad because they stopped taking orders because they didn't have any food. And the manager has insisted that she keep taking orders. But the problem is they don't have any food, and they're trying to make food because it is Italian food. So like they have lasagna and stuff. So I'm sure there's a lot of prep and stuff that goes into it.
Yeah. But you can't, that's like one food type that you can't just like whip up.
You're not throwing it on the grill.
Yeah.
Like, McDonald's can get away with it because they can just take out a patty and throw it on the thing and pull the damn thing down. Not at the Fazoli's. This girl, I don't know if it was a panic attack or what was happening. Full on breakdown at the window. To which I find myself, Tyler, now talking her off the ledge. Like, this is going to be okay. Like, these things happen. Your manager is a douchebag. May have said something worse than that about the manager at the time. And I was like, what you need to do is you've got to close this drive-thru because this is going to make your life worse. Like, this is just going to make your life worse. And I did tell her, I said, you should, full disclosure. So if anybody at Fazoli's wants to call and bitch at me, you're more than welcome to do that. However, I did tell her, I said, sometimes your manager doesn't know how to manage and you just have to do what you need to do to survive.
Oh, so yeah.
If that means don't take orders, don't take any more orders.
I've been there in hospitality before, right? Especially in restaurants.
We've all been there. But I think that's why I all of a sudden had a lot of like empathy for this girl because and it was a genuine, she wasn't trying to make an excuse for anything. This was a genuine meltdown of someone who has been pushed to the limit and is like, the fact she was still there, I have to give her kudos for. And
that's another thing is I've seen people walk out before in situations where they're just like, you know what? This is not worth the stress.
I can't say that today I would have. Yeah. But I obviously I think you and I are in a different position today than we would have been at. This girl looked like she was probably early 20s.
Okay.
She probably doesn't have the luxury of just being able to walk out and knowing that she can go do something else. And and I get all those economic reasons why you're going to put up with it. Yeah. But nobody should have to deal with that.
No, that's crazy.
And then on top of it, you're calling the manager, the manager's not even here to help you, in your short staff like this, close the store. And so I finally got the girl talked off the edge. I was like, it's going to be okay. Just breathe. It's it's okay. I did, there was a part of me that was like, Bryan, do you have one breadstick? I'm not going to go there. But
I'll take the frozen ones and then I can go heat it up.
Exactly.
Just slide it my way.
Yeah. I have got butter at home. I can cover it in butter. But so then I pulled around and then I was like, Bryan, what do you do? I did assist a little bit with the closure of the drive-thru. I told about 10 cars quickly the story.
Okay.
At which point one woman decided to scream at me about the fact that she can't place an order. And I was like, excuse me, I don't work for them. I'm just
She's
letting
like, well,
you.
I'll take this. You're like the Chick-fil-A person out there.
I know.
My pleasure.
She's looking at me and she goes, well, that's not acceptable. I want to place an order. Well, okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Take it up with Fazoli's.
She looks at me. She goes, well, what are you going to do about it? Oh, ma'am, I'm not going to do anything about it because I don't work here. I'm just being a kind citizen because I feel bad for this woman that's inside this restaurant about to have like a meltdown.
Yeah.
And I finally told the lady, and then I found myself in a conversation with this lady that's like questioning me.
You got like that. You're like, I feel like it's been a while. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for you, but it's been a while since I've been in the shoes of someone being yelled at through hospitality.
Oh,
like, you know,
yeah. Like,
so it probably brought back some. You're like, okay, this is like fight or flight.
Fight or flight was coming in, and I was kind of like, I've told this story many times. Like, it's very different when you go from property level or like line level at a restaurant or something to management, especially at the corporate office, because you know, I used to joke with people. It's like, don't let the guest get to me at my office, because if they get to my office, I hope you gave them their money back, because if you didn't, even if you think they shouldn't get their money back, and maybe they shouldn't, I'm going to give it all back.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to come find out why you didn't take care of the problem.
Yeah.
Well, the lady that decided to push my buttons in the drive-thru about the fact that it was unacceptable and she wanted to place an order, I think she did get the bad side of me. Because, and I have definitely told you this before, and I don't know, I've probably told the listeners this at some point before, like, the one thing just don't say to me is you don't understand.
You're like, I get it.
Don't say that to me. Like, for what? Yeah. There's a whole backstory to why it pisses me off, but that will send me into, like, I will see red faster than anything if you say that to me. And I finally just looked at her and I was like, okay, you're a bitch and I'm driving away.
You're like, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I say that because it's accurate to the situation. And everybody else was like, oh, thank you, man, for letting me know. Like, yeah, I wondered what was going on because I've been sitting here for like 20 minutes. There's always one in the crowd, right?
Yeah.
Always one that's got to be like, well, no. Well, I don't work here. What do you want me to do? Like,
that's
go
funny.
Across the street to Fry's and get you, marinara sauce and some spaghetti and like whip it up in the parking lot.
And like, that's just like the prime example of just like, there's people in hospitality deal with the craziest people and the most self-centered, egotistical people who are just the world. Here they are, and here's the world. It just moves in a circle all around them.
Yes. And that was my irritation, was like, you know what, lady, take your Toyota Prius that looks like it's from, 2010 and like, I mean, I don't wish harm on anybody, but you know what? Was I a little classist, I think, at the moment? Yes. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, I don't work here. I've paid my dues. You've had stuff thrown at you. I've had stuff thrown at you. I've had to deal with crazy people. You've dealt with crazy people. We've paid our dues. You know what? I am going to be 40 this next year. I'm sorry. I do not deserve to be dressed down in the parking lot of Fazoli's that I don't own or work at.
You're like, why am I in the mix right now?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that I, wish I had been able to do, but wasn't going to be able to get there just because I couldn't keep these people from going into this drive-thru, was I wanted to put the damn cone in the way to close the drive-thru for the woman. Yeah. Which we should talk about, me and cones, on a future episode. We'll talk about the time I almost got arrested at the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. But, I don't know, that woman pissed me off. So then I leave, I go to Taco Bell. Yeah. They got plenty of help at the Taco Bell.
I'm dead.
Plenty of help at the Taco Bell. So shout out to the Taco Bell at 35th Avenue and Peoria Avenue. And I think that is actually technically Phoenix. So I was going back into Phoenix. They were very quick. But then I thought to myself, I said, so Fazoli's went out of business in Arizona, like I think almost 20 years ago, maybe.
I can see why.
I know. I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be a repeat here.
Yeah.
They've been opening locations. So I was like, I think it's the same franchisor, not franchisor, franchisee that owns them here in Arizona. And I don't know if, I honestly haven't done any research before we recorded it to see is it Fazoli's corporate owned or what, but I called, there was one that had said it just opened in Surprise, Arizona. So I called the one in Surprise, Arizona and told them, I asked him, I said, are you like have the same management or regional or something?
Yeah.
And he goes, in his roundabout way, he was basically telling me, yes, it is. I said, okay, well, I told him the story, like Cliff Notes version. There's a girl at this other one that's having a meltdown, and like it's insane over there. I will give that guy credit. Don't know his name, but he's like, thank you for calling. He goes, I'm going to call our boss right now and let them know what's going on, because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want anything horrible. I just felt so bad for the girl, and I felt bad for the girl for hours last night, because I kept thinking, I was like, I cannot believe somebody would put somebody in this position. And it did make me start to like roll back in my head. I'm like, have I ever put anybody in this position? Because if I did, Bryan, you're a jackass. Like, you're a bad person. But I'm sorry. Like, the Fazoli's in Glendale on Peoria, I hope do go out of business, because whoever owns you, and maybe it's not the owner, maybe it's the person that is the manager of the store. You know what? I don't know what you were doing last night. If you were sipping eggnog at a Christmas party or something, but don't be like that to your people.
Bad owners are the worst. I did have a really short story too. I feel like it's been enough time. I can drop this now. My first serving job at Bonefish Grill in Virginia. The main manager just was never, an operating partner at a restaurant is more than likely going to be somewhere. I mean, at that restaurant for at least like 50 hours a week.
Oh yeah.
Especially at a restaurant. Like, you're going to be there at least 5 days a week, open to close. You might have like a day or two off, like here or there. This lady had chronic back pain, and she would show up for like an hour on Saturday. And so this place started just falling to the ground. No wonder. It was my first serving job, and I never worked in a restaurant before. And I'm like, why did I get hired? I'm a personable kid. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just an odd, like, I was working with a whole bunch of people in their 30s and 40s too. So it was just kind of an odd fit.
Right.
And, I just started to realize that the assistant manager every night would have a date, and he would not tell the date that he's the assistant manager. So he would have multiple dates at some point too. So he would come in and literally bring the entire staff, like, hey, if you guys need me, I got a date tonight. So just don't come up to the table. You got to pretend like you don't know me. This is a new girl. And he would leave his manager card, like, to our disposal. So we would always have like people complain. It's not like a high tier restaurant, but it's not a low tier restaurant. So people do have some type of standard.
Great lemon dill.
Lemon dill. Have we talked about the Lemondale story? I feel like we'll break that down.
We'll bring that. We'll have. It's not for the holidays.
Yeah, that's a fresh New Year start.
It's a fresh New Year
fresh
start.
Lemondale.
Yeah.
But yeah. So back to the story, that he would always be like, okay, like, if you guys need anything, just like use the card. We're like, well, what happens if they ask for a manager? We can't just be like, oh, we'll just
on a date.
Yeah. Like, so one time I got so upset with him that, this lady was just ripping me a new one. And it was so valid though. Like, her food was just coming out like so late. The orders were getting wrong. Fortunately, on my part, I was double checking and make sure everything was good.
Right.
I kept explaining to her. I even brought, like, we had a little iPad. I'm like, look, this is what I punched in. I'm showing you what I'm doing. I'm like, I'm not trying to like light the kitchen up, but they are just destroying your food right now. And it's like, wrong food's going out to the wrong table and all this stuff. And her dish, like, that was already late, went out to another table, and then they ate it because, people never deny food if it's coming to the table unless you tell them, like, is this yours? But yeah, long story short, this lady goes up to my AGM and walks up to him in the middle of the date and says, sir, I know you're the manager, and I need you to come fix this problem right now. And he legitimately looked at her and said, you're crazy. I want to speak to the manager right now. And then he made us pretend that, and he gave me this look too. He's like, if you don't solve this, I'm going to go ahead and destroy you right now. So I was like, okay, like, how I made another server go to her and be like, well, I think Tyler's mistaken. Like, he used to manage here, and we had to create this huge lie. And it was just such a mess. These people got up, we had to comp their whole bill, and I had to use the manager card. And of course, I gave myself a double lobster tail on top of that to go ahead and freshly order.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Accountability for managers sometimes is just ruin a place.
Did his little scheme work with these women?
It did. He legitimately, I've never seen someone stand 10 toes down into like a bold-faced lie. And I was just like, how do I I'm like, because, if I'm like, hey, that's my manager over there, I would
What
believe
was
the
his play,
server.
Tyler? Like, was it because he was too cheap to take them to dinner
Yeah.
someplace
And
else?
he would have
Okay.
multiple dates some nights too. And he would be like, okay, if that one didn't work well, like, and he didn't like take her home, like he would basically just be like, okay, like we'll see each other again.
So that's my other question was like, because we know how like the cadence of a date typically goes.
Yeah.
I think we're all adults here. Like when the dinner's over and it's time to go home,
He would leave. And then he would come back and lock
and
up.
just leave you guys.
Yeah. It would, and it's just great. That place, I only worked there for a year, and then I fortunately like got into a better like partner restaurant. I went from Bonefish to Fleming's, which is like a little bit way more classy than Bonefish. And
Fleming's is very good.
Fleming's some good food.
Yeah,
but
I think Fleming's and Capitol Grill, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, they got some. I still miss some of their dishes and stuff too. It was nice being able to like bop in like and just get like a random bone, but like a bone and ribeye that was just scrumptious.
Oh, and the plate comes out so hot, so it like keeps it hot the whole time. Every slice you make. So, did the manager at the Fleming's decide? Did he ever pretend to be?
No. He was just like baffled.
It was a legit operation.
Yeah, he was just baffled at the fact that guy had been doing this for so long. But he knew the operating partner, and he's like, she is just a hot mess in general. Yeah. So if it was any other operating partner, none of this would have flowed. Like, because the operating partner would have been there. But like,
and this is why we tell people you need to look at your void report.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like funny
that will solve 99% of your issues. Yeah. I guarantee it. No matter what business you're in.
Like, I feel like I should be like, I am slightly shocked about what he did in that situation, but I can't say that it's not like close to some similar situations, because usually like, when we've reviewed like voids for like restaurants and stuff in the past, it's usually not that the employee is stealing. Like, I would say 60% of the time, so not all the time, but not like less than half the time, 60% of the time, it's the manager is doing something.
Because he can pin it down on someone else.
Because he can pin it on somebody else and blame somebody else. And it takes somebody a while. But here's the thing. Did he eventually get caught?
He got caught. I think, the funny thing was he always did this thing to where he would like order just a little bit of food for himself and just say that he's on this diet and he's like really trying to better himself. Oh. And the girl would always,
I got 3 dates tonight.
Yeah. And the funny thing was that there was a common thing. This happened like at least 2 or 3 times, that the first girl didn't work and the second girl would come in. I'm also like, how are you meeting this many girls that like are willing to come out and like all in one night? Like,
in what year was this?
This was 2015. So like 10 years ago. Like, so like dating apps weren't too prevalent.
Okay. Cause I was going to say, like, was he setting these dates up as he's sitting at the table?
Yeah. Like, that's my thing. I guess he just knew people. Like, I don't know he was a really cool, fun guy, but like, obviously he was like really cool, fun guy. Like he was down to party at any point. But, and he would always go out and get like a really, really expensive bottle of wine at like, now this is one thing I will give him props for. He didn't drink any of the liquor at like of our liquor, which I think saved him some in the long run. But
I mean, he would go
get like a really nice bottle of wine at like a discounted rate. And then he would bring it and like put it in the manager room. And then he would make us come out and like present the wine to him and stuff too, which is funny. And they're like, he's like, oh, this is off list. He's like, I just know some people here. And they like, the girls would always be like, how much is this bottle? And it's a Bonefish Grill. Like the most expensive bottle we have is like $100. And he'd be like, oh, this one's like $250. And like, it was a nice bottle of wine, but like definitely not $250.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's face it, what the restaurant was charging for the $100 bottle of wine wasn't $100 to begin with.
But yeah, he came over though, and he would always eat like a really like healthy, like meaty dish. And then like if it was a second date, he was always like, oh no, I'm vegan, I'm vegetarian, like whatever it was. And he would go ahead and get a salad. And it's funny just because he was full. Like that's the only reason he's getting it. He's not a vegan or vegetarian.
Like how could he possibly eat again?
Yeah, like he would have like 2 dinners sometimes. And I'm like, this is crazy. And I like the fact that he made us pretend that we didn't know him was the funniest part. It was kind of comical, to be honest.
I just think that's like, I mean, how conceited can you be?
Like, my favorite thing is anytime I served him, I'm like, hey, sir, have you guys been here before?
You should be like, I just thought you were here a couple hours ago.
This is the same place that the lemon dill story happened to. So,
well, we'll keep everybody guessing about the lemon dill because I've been like every once in a while I'll like drop something about the lemon dill.
Yeah.
I have actually had a couple people ask me this question.
You posted a story with lemon dill.
Oh yeah, over the weekend I made what is it I made? Oh no, it wasn't this weekend. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Maybe I did like a pan seared like salmon, and I made like a lemon dill sauce.
It's a good sauce,
and like it was funny because as I took the stuff out of the refrigerator to get ready to make it, I was like, I really thought of you, and I was like, oh, well, I know something, and I'm not going to put any of my body parts in this sauce.
No.
But, okay, so we've established managers are shits.
Yeah,
like that's
be a good manager. Care about your employees. Care about your job.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is you're telling me he went and bought a bottle of wine, brought it into the restaurant, put it in the closet, and then had you serve him. I know this was in Maryland. I don't know the liquor laws in Maryland. Haven't operated in Maryland before. In a lot of jurisdictions, that's actually worse. He would have been better off just stealing the bottle of wine from the restaurant because you can't, depending upon how your license is, unless you have like a BYOB, you can't bring outside liquor into your establishment.
So it was in Virginia, but they had corkage fees. So you can
so they did have a BYOB.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can bring your own thing, but they would charge like a corkage fee.
But he wouldn't pay the corkage fee.
Oh, we would just drop a blank. Like we would press the receipt button and print out something and then just drop the check and he would give us his card and
then you would just void it off.
Yeah. And he would do like
you?
No, this is a funny thing. He would write like astronomical tips. Like if let's just say the bill was like $140, which at Bonefish Grill for two people, that's a lot. Like the PPA there was like $30. So like when you're hitting like $70 to $80 per person, like you're getting like appetizers, multiple 3 entrees, like desserts, sides. But he would write like $100 tip. And he's like, I take care of my people. And I'm just like, this is like, I feel like I want to I feel like Ashton Kutcher is going to pop out at any moment and be like, you got pranked.
You got,
punked or whatever.
I even get that reference. Okay. This guy, do we know where he's at these days?
I'm still friends with him on Facebook and he's always posting about, he's hanging out and ripping one of his baby mamas to pieces about like how she never like is going to let him see his son. And I'm just like, with how everything panned out with your job, I'm like, he was a really nice guy. I can kind
of understand.
Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, this guy is definitely not a serious person at all. So
that is wild.
If he pulled all these shenanigans, out of his main job that he is trying to, support a child and a family with, I know. And the funny thing was, I know he was living with this girl at the time.
And having this rotation at the restaurant. I mean, at least he wasn't like
the funniest thing was the operating partner. Actually, I'm remembering this, did come in at one point and she caught him having dinner with this girl and she's like, hey, like, so what's going on? He said he was on an interview.
Well, I mean, he kind of was.
And he got up and he really like scrapped that date like really hard and he shook her hand. Instead, this place was a riot. I kind of like, it's like looking in my 20s, I was like not paying attention to this, but like to be in a,
I feel like
this, like it's insane.
I mean, because we've talked about we've talked about Bonefish Grill so many times. When we've been like, because we obviously have traveled together so much, we've had lots and lots of time on our hands. I feel like it could have been a reality. Like this could have rivaled Vanderpump Rules.
This is the same place too that the lady got chased around. Like, the pregnant lady. Like there were so many. All of my war stories from restaurants come from this place.
Now I have to ask. I think I know the answer to this question, but I do have to legitimately ask, like, because Bonefish Grill locations have like closed by the masses the last decade. Yeah. Is this one still open?
I do know that they changed ownership. Don't know if they're open.
Okay.
Because I obviously like when you go through things like this at like a place, like you find some good friends and some you have just some great memories to share constantly. And I still keep in touch with 2 of the people there who became like decent, good friends of mine. And I do know like 4 or 5 years, like pre-COVID, they changed ownership, but definitely don't know if they survived. The location was amazing though. Like it was just like right next, it was in a huge, like big spot. It was in Kingstown, Alexandria, which is like right next to a Top Golf and a movie theater and a huge shopping center. So it's like, it was a really like hot spot to go like prior to doing some entertainment.
Well, I remember back in the day, like Bonefish was like it was a great place.
Yeah. That was a great place to like take your parents for birthdays and up there with the Outback Grill.
I love Outback.
Yeah.
I fucking love Outback.
I'm hungry. I haven't even had breakfast yet.
I'm meeting up with my a lady I worked with before. She's amazing. Lori Lee. She's at the Hilton Cavazon is where she's at now.
Okay.
She's meeting up with me today. We're gonna go to Sombrero
for
lunch. I haven't been there in like 2 years, which is funny. It was like this week, like 2 years ago, I think, that I went to this place with her. But I'm going there for lunch. But Outback does sound so good.
Outback sounds awesome. I love their bread.
The bread, the Outback special, like they just do it good. Oh, we can't get it. We cannot go down this hole. We cannot go down this rabbit hole. We went down this rabbit hole before.
Third time that Outback is come. We love a good chain restaurant.
I love a good. You know what? My friend Matt, who we tried to call when we talked about the Outback last time, you know, he always says that I love a good chain restaurant.
They're a chain because they got something right, you know, like
they are. Yeah. Like I think they are. You know, let's just like for the fun of it, because we're already running slightly over. Let's just try to call Matt. You know, he has an aversion to coming on the podcast, I think.
I know. Maybe 2026 we'll go and get him.
Can we hear that?
I can hear that.
Brian Fish, good morning. Salutations.
Well, salutations, sir. You're on speakerphone, and Tyler's virtually here. He's on the other end of the computer.
Oh, hi, Tyler.
Hey, what's going on? I don't know if you can hear me.
Oh, he can't hear you because of the monitors. Yeah. So he says, what did you say, Tyler?
I said, hey, what's going on?
He said, hey, what's going on? Sorry. I have my
chilling at the Hyatt Regency.
The Hyatt Regency Milwaukee, everybody, please make sure you go stay there. We're recording for Friday's Friday checkout right now. And we were just going down the rabbit hole again about the Outback. And Tyler said something to me that gave me a little PTSD. He said, you know, we do really love a good chain restaurant. And I said, you know what? My friend Matt Meadows always gave me shit about loving chain restaurants. So I thought, you know, let's try to call him. We tried to call you before. Oh, and Lori Lee just canceled on me.
So, Lori Lee canceled.
There we go,
Lori
everybody.
Lee, what a bad lady.
I know. I'm going to have to find another lunch partner. Maybe I will get to go to the Outback at lunch, Tyler.
There you go.
But Matt, can you just share with everybody like what you always thought about me in a chain restaurant? Because I think when you telling it, it's funny. Me telling it, it's not funny.
Brian Fish and chain restaurants. Well, that's an interesting topic.
Yeah.
You know, Brian loved to go out of his way to go to chain restaurants. If that meant driving 40 minutes, an hour and 15, even in some cases to a whole nother state, believe it or not, just for a Texas Roadhouse. Meanwhile,
Texas
we lived in
Roadhouse.
one of the nicest cities in the country with one of the best food scenes, but still chose to go to Olive Garden, Outback, Texas Roadhouse. Am I missing anything?
Well, you love Chili's.
I do love Chili's. And
yeah,
you know what, Brian, to be honest with you, I still love Chili's. It's all about the crispers.
It is. And we've, you know, in Chili's, another company that they have answered the call. They figured out how to make themselves culturally relevant. So,
yeah, it's that triple dipper. I mean, they're just making money hand over fist.
Now, do you remember when we went to New Orleans for a conference and there was this like chicken strip place that you were like, I have to go. And then you took me there and we get to the mall and I realized that you have brought me to Raising Cane's. And at the time they weren't across the country, but they were here in Arizona. So I knew about it. And I was like, you've brought me to a fucking Raising Cane's. Like it's
Raising Cane's. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do love a good chicken strip, and Chili's.
I do love a good chicken strip, you know, and we don't have Raising Cane's in Wisconsin yet.
Oh, well, they should get it. It's the cane sauce is amazing.
I mean, I think it's coming soon. I think it's on its way. You know, it's a new millennium up here in the north. So
yeah. Hey, you know what? Milwaukee is happening.
It is. It's on the map.
It is.
Who knew?
Well, Matt, it was great talking to you. Is it okay that we air this conversation today?
Yeah, enjoy.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice to talk to you as well.
Yeah, we'll make sure to put a plug for the Hyatt and the thing. So
Absolutely.
awesome. Well, I'll talk to you later, sir.
Okay, have a good one.
You too.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah. So, and that is true. I used to drive like 2 hours from Chicago
That's hilarious.
to Kenosha, Wisconsin to Texas Roadhouse because I'm from Indiana. We had Texas Roadhouse all over the place. And it was the bread. Like, again, the bread. It's always about the carbs, and the bread was phenomenal. Like, Texas Roadhouse really doesn't have the best steak. I think Outback's food much better, but the bread and the cinnamon butter at Texas Roadhouse
Good stuff.
is amazing. So, like, I have to take you there sometime. Like, maybe we'll just go there, get the bread, and then like.
So I think we need to hit that, and we need to hit a bonefish just for
fun. Like, we have to be able to find one somewhere.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like there's definitely. I mean, like the food quality was pretty good. Not gonna lie, like
yeah,
that's what my parents loved it. Where they're like, oh wait, this is like an awesome price for pretty decent food.
That's always the thing. And that's why I like Outback. Like, you can have a really good meal for a decent price.
Yeah.
But enough about that. This has been a good convo, Tyler. I'm a little more awake now that we've gotten.
We definitely ran over our estimated goal today.
Edit some of it out. Release the whole thing. If you're listening to this or watching it, you're like, why is it so fucking long?
We have the special extended episode.
Yeah. But I had to make sure because I told myself last night, and I don't usually tell myself this, but this has become kind of a platform for me, right? And like, people do, like, people message me and stuff after we release these in both formats. And we apologize for last week. There's a little issue with one of the systems we use to push our content, and we didn't realize the video wasn't up until Monday. But I do appreciate those of you that listened to the audio and text me and said that that last Friday was great. But I realized last night, as I'm driving from the Taco Bell with my, tacos and my quesadilla, after I get my Fazoli's, all I could think about is the fucking Glendale, Arizona Fazoli's. I'm going to make sure that everybody knows about it. And you know what? I do have the platform to make sure that everybody knows about it. So I'm going to do it.
You guys are screwed.
So if you are an owner of the Fazoli's in Glendale,
look out,
and you'd like to defend yourself, please send an email to Tyler at talexander@rhmediaprod.com and request to be interviewed, because I would like to know if you find that experience acceptable. And just a forewarning, if you do find it acceptable, don't email Tyler because you don't want to talk to me. But I kept telling myself last night, because honestly, I was like, someone needs to get justice for this girl. And I wish I had her name, because...
Well, I know you won't be going back, so...
Never. You know what? I was like, it's not worth it to me. Like, and on top of it, even if the food was like amazing, don't fuck over your people.
Oh, 100%.
Like that. I'm sorry. That's just, at the end of the day, like, I don't care what edge of the hospitality business
starts from the top.
Like, it starts at the top. And if those people that work for you don't provide the service that you expect, and this is how you're operating, you've asked for it. So it's like, I always tell people, like, hotels that have bad service scores, for the most part, they've asked for that to happen. Like, they've made like, there's always that delta in the middle where, like, it's because it's average, but it can sway. When it sways too low, you're asking for it.
Yeah. And
this is a situation where they were asking for it. And unfortunately, I didn't buy anything, so I don't have a survey or anything to be able to fill out, but I would give them, I don't want to give them a bad survey. That's the thing. And if you did go there last night, don't give them a bad survey if you do fill out the survey, because the people that work there don't deserve to get, shit on because of bad choices by their manager. But I wish I had gotten her name. I guess maybe, who knows, maybe she'll see this. And if she does, if you were the girl at the window last night having a meltdown at the Fazoli's in Glendale, by all means, please reach out to us. Send me a DM, email Tyler, do something, because I would like to talk to you. Maybe I'll help you find a new job.
Hey, we got you.
And that was a moment too. I was like, if I had a hotel in Phoenix that we were operating like that, I could just immediately hire. I would have hired this girl on the spot because I also appreciated her honesty, Tyler. I did.
And it's obviously she cared enough to keep going.
Exactly. Like that's a person that, because if she didn't care, she would have just been like, I'm out. But, well, Tyler, next week's Christmas.
Yes.
So, I haven't bought you anything yet because I haven't done anything. I haven't got any Christmas shopping, but maybe I'll find something for you at the mall.
I'm doing a little bit of Christmas shopping this weekend too. So
yeah,
I'll keep my eyes out.
And when are you heading to Maryland?
On Monday next week.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to we're going to Virginia. Actually, my parents got us just to kind of like, I think my mom last year was like feeling a little weird, like having the whole like normal Christmas like family thing be in a different area this time. So we're going to like a lot of the extended families, like general location, which is in Northern Virginia.
Okay.
So
awesome.
Kind of, we got it like a big Airbnb. So we'll hang out there. Good. Yeah. It'll be nice not having to like, we'll have a lot of space. They got a pool table I'm excited about.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be playing, practicing all my skills. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't played pool since high school.
Oh, it's one of my favorite pastimes.
Yeah.
That a Miller Lite, like that's like prime time right there.
Yeah. Well, I've never had a Miller Lite, so
I gotta. Maybe I'll get you a case of Miller Lights for Christmas.
Oh God, please don't. I can't stand beer.
Oh, I love a good Miller Lite.
The stench, like, because in high school when I worked at the Holiday Inn in Columbus, people like they drop this whole thing of beer off a luggage cart and it busts up in the lobby.
I'm dead.
And I'm telling you, the best way to tell you not, like, to convince you yourself not to drink is to smell this for like,
it smells
16 hours. It stunk so bad. And we cleaned the floor so many times with like, and I remember going next door to a gas station and getting a thing of bleach and bringing it back. And again, I was a high school student that was like working at this hotel and I'm like pouring bleach on the ground and everyone's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'd rather smell the bleach than the beer because it just was so bad.
That's funny.
But, yeah, no, I'm like, we're just staying here in Arizona and for Christmas, and then I'll be heading out on the 27th down to Miami so that I can get on a boat on the Scarlet Lady on the 28th with Virgin Voyages. And then I guess when you and I talk next week, you'll be in Virginia, maybe at a pool table with a Miller Lite.
I'll be playing pool next week a lot.
Hey, you know what?
So when it comes up, if I go to a dive bar anytime soon, my skills are going to be elite.
Yeah. Hey, you got to prepare for that. You never know where 2026 is going to take us.
Hopefully not too many dive bars. Actually, no, I love a good dive.
The dive bars are the best.
Yeah. It's like if you're going to go drink and, hang out, listen to some good music, like dive bars are usually up my alley.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to have to make alternate plans for lunch because Lori has canceled on me.
Yeah.
And that is okay. It happens. She's very busy. I get it. And, but I'm thinking now, I'm like, I kind of want to go to Central Phoenix because I also am craving salt and straw. So I'm going to leave you with that.
Cool.
So, everybody, thank you so much. Happy holidays if you're listening to this later.
Happy holidays, everyone.
But we will, Tyler, who do we have coming up next week on the podcast on Tuesday?
So next week, we're actually doing a Christmas special.
Oh, okay.
Or a holiday special, we could say as well,
too.
Yeah. Yeah. So we've got a cool little segmentation of some previous guests kind of going into detail about like,
fabulous,
what they appreciate about the holidays, kind of just going into depth, just feeling in the spirit a little bit. So it'll be a nice way to wrap up the end of the year. And then we got some awesome guests in line for Q1 next year as well, too. And
we have some amazing guests.
Yeah, we'll come out strong.
Yeah. And I think it's just going to get better.
Oh, 100%.
It's really just going to get better.
We got a lot of people asking a lot more than normal asking to hop on the podcast too. So it's going to be a cool thing next year.
I know. It's exciting though. Isn't it nice now? Isn't it nice now that we have people wanting to come to us?
Yeah. It takes a lot of workload off 100%.
I mean, you know what? This has been a labor of love.
Yeah.
For almost 2 years now. And it's been kind of exciting to see how the journey's taking us. It's exciting to see how many different hairstyles that I've had. Shout out to my buddy Hassan in London. I'm coming to see you soon, I promise. And I know my hair is horrible, but next to the salt and straw, there's a place I can get my haircut today. So I'm going to do that too.
There you go.
Hassan, if you're listening, I miss you, buddy. I'll be in London at some point soon. But no, we'll be back on Tuesday with our holiday special. So be sure to check that out. Some repeats of what we've talked about this year, and then there'll be a couple new things. But and then we'll be back next Friday. So I can't wait to hear all about how your Christmas is next Friday.
Oh yeah, hopefully I think it'll be great. We get to see some extended family that's a little bit on the crazier side, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. You know what? Every family has a crazy person in it.
Always got to have it.
And that is what makes it so amazing, right?
Yeah. Hey, it keeps the family colorful, right?
Yeah. Like did you ever watch Designing Women?
No.
I didn't think so. It doesn't seem like their speed. But there's a clip of Julia Sugarbaker that she goes on a rant. I always love her rants. I'll send you some clips. But she has a thing about how people in the South, they don't hide their crazy people. They just put them right out there.
Oh, yeah. That's very true. Yeah.
And it's so true. Like, it is so true. Like, because like my family, half of my mom's side of the family is all from Kentucky originally.
Yeah.
Which I feel is the South, even though it's still kind of north.
I would consider that. Yeah. It's like, it's that like fine line of like the Midwest and South blending together. Yeah.
But I'm like, it totally tracks. You do put your crazy people right out there.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
I mean,
I got some family from like Tennessee and then from like obviously a ton in Virginia and stuff too, but it's literally like spot on.
Yeah. Bless their hearts.
Yeah.
Bless their hearts.
Bless your heart.
I know, which does not mean anything that you think it
Honestly, it's kind of a dig every time.
It was a whole dig. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Tyler, it has been a pleasure. And thank you for waking me up so I can
we're back.
Get the rest of my day done.
Kicked in too.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get to feeling better over the weekend.
Yeah. My day clothes starting to work a little bit too. A little bit later.
Stay in. Don't go spread your germs all over the place.
Yeah, I got to keep my family safe, so I'm gonna try to stay in and get as healthy as possible before I see them all.
Go get some of that. What is it, ivermectin or something that they give people for COVID or whatever it is these days?
I have no idea.
I don't know. Go to a horse supply store and ask them for medication. No, we're not giving medical advice. Yes, so definitely be sure to check out, if you didn't check out this last week's episode with Tom Bush with Wyndham. Great man, great guy. It was a great conversation. Another great edit from Tyler Alexander. I have to say.
Thanks.
But go back and listen to that. Also, if you didn't check out Scott Eddy yet, please do that. And then we'll be back on Tuesday with our special holiday episode of the check-in, and then we'll be back here next Friday to find out how your
how everything went,
how everything is going, and what you got for Christmas. And we'll dive into a little bit of New Year stuff, and then
we'll ring it in together virtually. Virtually. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll be back on Tuesday. And cheers, guys. This episode of the Friday Checkout is a production of RH Media Productions. Hosted by Brian Fish. Executive producer, Tyler Alexander. Marketing support provided by Sunny Tembler. Thanks for checking out with us. Be sure to follow the Check-In with Brian wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss our next episode coming next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are those of the hosts and guests and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of Reliance Hospitality Global Incorporated or any of its affiliates, partners, or subsidiaries. All content is for informational and entertainment purposes only and should not be interpreted as professional or legal advice.